Hello. Happy Valentine's weekend to each and every one of you. I hope you had a wonderful day yesterday and that you felt loved yesterday and appreciated, and that you sent some of that love and appreciation to yourself, right? We spend a lot of time with Valentine's Day towards others, but maybe sometimes we need to do a little Valentine's love towards ourselves and give ourselves those things that we might need. But whatever your day was yesterday, I hope it was a wonderful day for you and that you spent the day feeling loved and appreciated. So, we're going to get some yoga done this morning. And so, just allow yourself to find your seat, whatever that feels like for you, whatever that looks like for you. And just let your eyes close if that feels safe for the space that you're in. And then as your eyes are closed, just take 3 breaths. Inhaling slowly, exhaling, starting to feel things soften with those exhales. Nice, slow inhale. Exhaling, feeling yourself find that ease and that relaxation. One more nice deep inhale. Exhale, finding that softness. And then let yourself go into those 3 physiologic sighs. So those 2 inhales, long, long exhale. 2 inhale, long exhale. Just let it all go. 2 inhales, long, long exhale. And then once you finish your physiologic sighs, just start scanning your body, starting at the top of your head and just moving down your body all the way to your toes. Just noticing what you're feeling. Noticing what your body feels like, noticing places that might feel tight, noticing places that might feel nice and loose. Just noticing, just allowing yourself that permission to just notice wherever it is that you are right now in this space. No judgment, no, I wish I felt this or that, or just noticing what it is and letting it be whatever it is. And then how that feels that complete, or whenever that feels complete would be better to say. Just let yourself settle back into your breath. We live in this world where we're always moving, we're always accomplishing, we're always doing. For just the next few breaths, just let yourself just be right here in this space with nothing on your to-do list besides to be right here, feeling whatever it is you feel right now, right in this second. So just let yourself breathe. No control over the breath. Just you being still in mind and still in your body. And then as you're here, whenever you feel ready, start to lift both arms up to the sky, keeping the eyes closed. And on your exhale, let your right hand come down to the mat. Left hand goes up and then over towards the right side of your room, finding stretch and length on the left side of your body. Next breath, left hand comes down to the right knee. Right hand moves back behind the right hip, finding that twist, using the left hand to kind of push yourself around, straightening your spine. Inhale, both hands reach up to the sky again. Exhale, left hand finds left knee. Right hand finds the left knee. Left hand finds the space behind the left hip. Finding that twist. And then sending the right hand up to the sky. Left hand comes to the mat. Right hand goes high and then over towards the left side of your room. Inhale, both hands reach for the sky. Exhale, the hands plant in front of you. Let yourself be right here for just a breath or two, not rushing to the next shape. And then eventually start to allow your elbows to bend, which will just pull your upper body down further without moving your hands. So letting yourself slowly start to sink further down into your mat. No rush. Just letting it happen however your body says yes to. And stopping at any point that your body says no. Giving yourself that permission to be your own advocate. So as you're advocating for yourself and your body on your mat, you can take that comfort with advocating to other areas of your life. Next breath, allow the elbows to straighten. Walk the hands back towards the body. Send your right leg long on your mat. Left foot comes into the right thigh. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe hands find the foot. Maybe hands find the shin. Maybe hands find the thigh. Who cares? You're just looking for that stretch and that sensation going up the back of the right leg and making it feel good to you. So just find that shape. Find that place where you can just breathe and let go. Letting your body find new length. Feeling just the goodness of that sensation. Next breath, release whatever you're holding on to. Walk your hands back up your body. Then we're going to take this right knee. We're going to bend it, but we're going to rotate over our right hip. We're going to bend that right knee back behind us, coming into our 90-90. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward over your left shin. And just let yourself fold in. Again, slowly letting the stretch build. Maybe over the next few breaths, you bring your upper body closer to your mat. Noticing where you feel sensations. And just letting yourself enjoy that stretch, that length, that sensation. Just letting yourself be. No judgment. No comparison to anyone but yourself. With just the goal of being better than you were. Not anyone else. Next breath, find your hands. Walk your hands back towards your body, bringing your body back upright. Allow the right leg to come through the center and then come over, allowing your right foot to be on the outside of your left knee. Take your left hand, put it on the right knee. Right hand comes back behind the right hip. Using the left hand, pull against that right knee, finding that bit of twist. And just noticing where you feel that twist in your spine. And then when you're ready, releasing that, allowing your right foot to come and come sole to sole with your left. Fingertips come to your toes. And then keeping a straight back initially, start to bring your nose down towards your toes. And then when you get to that place where you're like, okay, I feel that, release your head. Just letting yourself just be here. Feeling that stretch in your groin, feeling that such a sensation. Again, no judgment. This is not a how close my nose gets to my toes makes me better. No, no, no. It's listening to your body. And when you find that sensation that feels right for you, stopping there, not pushing yourself past limits, setting those boundaries, becoming comfortable with those boundaries, allowing that boundary setting to move into other areas of the life as well. Allow your upper body to come upright. Send your left leg long. Bring your right foot into your left thigh. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Finding something that you're holding on to. Maybe it's your knee, maybe it's your shin, maybe it's your thigh. Who cares? Just letting yourself find that place. Finding that stretch, noticing where you feel that stretch. Breathing into those spaces, seeing if we can have them soften just the teeniest bits of more. Next breath, releasing whatever you're holding on to, walking your hands up your body. We're going to bend that left knee, roll over that left hip again, allowing that left knee to land back behind us. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold over the short part of your right leg. And then over time, letting yourself fold further and further in, listening to your body. Letting that stretch grow, if that's what your body says yes to. Just letting everything be nice and intentional. Next breath, walk your hands back towards your body. Allow your upper body to come upright. We're going to unroll that left hip, bring that left foot around to the opposite side of the right thigh. Right hand is going to go to the left thigh. Left hand's going to go back behind the left hip. Taking this right hand, pulling that thigh towards you, finding that twist. Noticing how it feels different on this side than the other. And just letting that be. And when you're ready, releasing that twist and then allowing your feet to come down to however your easy seat that's opposite of how you usually do. So I usually have to do it the way I usually do and then twist it. Okay, this is the way that doesn't feel as comfortable, just to remember which way is not how I usually do it. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold down in, planting hands in front of you. Noticing that that sensation is different than when you're doing it the way you normally do. And then over time, slowly letting the elbows start to fold in. Bringing your upper body closer to your mat. And just letting yourself just be right here. With your next breath, allow your hands to walk back towards your body. And we're going to bring both of our feet to the mat about a little bit outside of hips distance. Let yourself lean back onto your hands. And then we're going to just very slowly do some windshield wipers here. Knees go to one side and then the other. And just letting yourself do it as slowly as your body says yes to. Just trying to get really just the completeness of the movement. Rotating those hips and those hip sockets. And just taking your time. No rush here. Just letting those hips get a little bit of special movement, a little bit of love. And when you're ready, coming back to your easy seat and then just rolling over your shins or doing whatever you need to do to make your way to your tabletop. When you get to your tabletop, take that moment. Make sure wrists are underneath shoulders, knees are underneath hips. And then on your inhale, drop your belly, send your forehead and head and your hips as high as possible. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your back. And then just let yourself go back and forth between these two movements. Adding anything you'd like to add. Making the movement yours. And then when you're ready, coming back to your tabletop, allowing your right leg to float back towards the back of the room, and then allow the toes to come down to the mat. Just find that forward and backward motion. And then if you find a place that you're like, I really like how this feels, just let yourself find stillness in that space. Completely up to you. When you're ready, pick your right leg up, cross it over your left, and then allow yourself to look over your left shoulder at your right foot, finding a bit of stretch and openness in the right side of your body. Maybe you continue to do the forward backward motion. Maybe that feels good in your body, or maybe you like the stillness better. The next breath, pick up the right foot, allow it to be as parallel as possible to the floor, trying to keep the hips as even as possible. And then send the left hand towards the front of the room. Bring your belly in nice and tight, but keep your breath nice and long. Then with your next inhale, lift the hand and the foot just a little bit higher. Exhale and hold it here, pulling the belly in. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Exhale and hold it here. Next breath, left hand comes to the mat. Right leg comes out to the side. You can plant your soles of your feet or you can stay up on the edges, however you'd prefer. Walk the hands back towards the body. Send the hands up to the sky. Allow your right hand to come down your right leg. Left hand comes up towards the sky. And then over towards the right side of your room, feeling that stretch and that openness of the body, but also probably getting some stretch on the inside of the groin. And then inhale, both hands to the sky. Exhale, left hand comes down to the mat. Right hand comes up and over towards the left. Inhale, both hands to the sky. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. And then we allow our hips to come down to our heels while our leg is out to the side. Hands stretch towards the front of the mat. Forehead can come down towards the mat, getting lots of stretch on the inside of our right leg. When you're ready, roll yourself back up to your left knee. Let your right knee join it. Because of space, I'm turning around. You don't need to, but I'm turning around. And then send your left leg to the back of your mat. Plant the left leg on your mat. Find that forward, backward motion. If you find a place that feels really good, let yourself hang out there. And then when you're ready, lift your left leg, cross it over your right, allowing your left to land on the right side of your mat. Look over your right shoulder so that you can see your left foot, feeling that stretch and that pull in your side body. Maybe continue to do the forward backward motion if that feels good as far as you're concerned. And then next breath, lift your left foot, bring it even with your right hip. Bring your hips even. Send the right hand towards the front of the room. Pull your belly in nice and tight. Next inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale and stay, holding your belly in. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale and stay. Next breath, right hand comes to the mat. Left leg comes out towards the side. Finding that stretch. Maybe your foot is planted. Maybe you prefer to be on the edge of your foot. And then walking your hands back towards your body, lifting hands up towards the sky. Allow left hand to go down the left leg. Right hand stretches towards the ceiling and then over towards the left side of your room. Feeling all that openness in the left side body. Inhale, hand back to the sky. Let the left hand plant on your mat. Right hand comes up to the sky and then over towards the right side of your body. Left hand comes to the sky. I may have said that wrong. Just the opposite side, guys. Right hand's on the mat, left hand's in the sky. Inhale, both hands come to the sky. Exhale, hands plant on your mat, and then allow your hips to sink down towards your heels. Leg is still out to the side. Hands are reaching towards the front of your mat. Getting all of the stretch on the inside of your left thigh. Next breath, roll yourself back up to your knee. Bring your left knee in to meet your right. We're back in our tabletop. Find a cat-cow that feels good in your body. And then from here, we're going to take our hands and move them out a handprint or so. And then we're going to take our right leg, and you can do this multiple ways, right? You can just pull it up so that the right leg is up here. Some people might prefer to come all the way to standing knees and pull the right leg up. It's completely up to you. Just find however your body says yes to get your right foot up by your hands. And then when you get here, lean yourself forward onto your hands so that we're in our lizard pose. So just find that lean, find that way that works for you. You might roll that right foot out to the pinky edge, and that's completely cool too. It's completely up to you. What feels good in your body? Listen to yourself. Give yourself a little bit of Valentine's Day love. Paying attention to what your body says it needs right now. And letting whatever your body needs right now be enough. Start to push your hips back towards your tabletop location. Heel toe your foot more towards the center of your mat. Let your hands frame your foot and then push your hips back towards the back of your room. We're coming into our half splits. Now you can stay right like this, or you can bring your foot up to your heel, pulling the toes back towards your nose. You just want to make sure that you do not let your bottom come all the way to your back heel. You want your bottom to be floating. Next breath, bring both hands inside of your right foot. Pivot on your left knee. You might have to do like I'm doing and squish your foot down. Let your left hand find space near the top of your mat. Lean in to your left hand. So we're coming into a supported side plank. You can stay just like this, stretching your arm up to the sky, or you can lift your right leg. It's completely up to you. What does your body want to say yes to? If you want to go into a traditional side plank, stretch the left leg down by the right and lift the hips. Or you can stay right on that left knee. Completely up to you. What feels good. When you're ready, bring right hand down to the mat. Let yourself turn on that left knee if it's on the ground, coming into your tabletop. Find a cat-cow here if that feels good. And then when you're ready, either coming to standing knees or coming from your tabletop, let your left foot find your left hand up near the front of your mat. When you arrive, lean into the hands. So you have some incline of the right leg coming in to your lizard pose. Just let yourself be here in your lizard. Noticing your hips. Noticing what that feels like for you. No judgment, just feeling whatever there is there to be felt. Next breath, roll back towards the back of the room until you get to like tabletop angle for your right hip. Heel toe, the left foot towards the middle of your mat. Frame the left foot and then push your hips back towards the back of the room. You have those options again where you can stay left foot planted, or you might come up on your heel, pulling the toes back towards your nose. It's completely up to you and what feels good in your body. Next breath, allow the sole of the left foot to come down to the mat. Turn your body towards the long edge of your mat. Let your right hand plant up towards the end of wherever your right hand is. Shift your weight into your right hand. Left hand stretches towards the sky. We can stay right here, or you can lift your left leg if you'd like, or if you want, you can extend coming into your side plank this way. Or you can keep that right knee on the mat. Completely up to you. What does your body say? Modified side plank or not? And then bring left hand down to the mat. Let yourself find your tabletop again. Find those cat-cows. That feels good in your body. And then flip your toes. Make your way up to your down dog. It's our first down dog. So maybe you want to pedal your feet or bend your knees. You get to decide. Just really focusing on putting all that pressure in the thumb and the first finger, pushing your upper body back to meet your thighs, pushing your heels down towards the floor, even though they might never find it. Take a nice deep inhale. That nice long exhale. Next inhale, come to your tippy toes. And then take those million steps until you're able to meet your hands, keeping your hands in contact with the mat as long as your body says yes to. Finding that forward fold, pulling the top of the head down towards your mat. Feeling that sensation in the backs of your thighs, the backs of your shins, and just letting yourself feel whatever your body is telling you right now. Inhale up to a halfway lift, making your back as flat as possible, pulling your shoulder blades together. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe see if you can get just a teeny bit deeper into the fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale and slowly bend your knees a little bit. Roll your body all the way up to standing. Send your hands up towards your sky. And then when you arrive here, see if you can make your right fingertips go just a little bit higher than the left. And then see if we can make the left go a little higher than the right. And then just go back and forth a couple of times, just seeing if maybe you might be able to reach your ceiling if you stretched yourself just a little bit taller. And then allow both fingertips to equally reach towards your ceiling. Cactus your arms, bending your elbows. Press your thighs forward, send your chest forward. Maybe let your head release. Inhale, hands back up to the sky. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Take just a couple of breaths. Maybe allow your eyes to close. And for just the next couple of breaths, I want you to just send yourself a little bit of self-love. Just reminding yourself about how amazing you are. Reminding yourself of all the challenges that you've made it through, the things that you've learned from what others might have called failures, the things that have made you you, and have given you that extra little bit of spice that no one else can replicate because you are unique and special and beautiful and wonderful in ways that nobody else can be. Let yourself feel that. Let that gratitude for the good times and the bad that have made you this wonderful, beautiful soul that we see, let yourself feel gratitude for that. When that feels complete, inhale and circle sweep arms up to the sky, stretching and making yourself tall. On your exhale, allow hands to come to heart center. Turn your body towards the long edge of your mat if you haven't already. And then step your feet out so that they are wider than hips width from each other. Allow the toes to come out towards the edges of your mat. Bend your knees, sinking your body down as deeply as your body can squat. Send hands out to a giant capital T first, and then bend at the elbows, stretch the fingers, coming into your goddess pose. And then when you're here, take that moment and rotate your bottom up and under. Let me show you from the side. So naturally, we kind of stick out like this. Rotate that under. See, it's just a little tiny difference. But rotate that up and under. And we will also engage a lot of that pelvic floor and those lower abdominal muscles that give us that little pooch that none of us love. And so once you get into your goddess pose, hang out here for a breath. And then with your next exhale, see if you can drop down just a millimeter lower. Hang out, stretching those fingers, engaging everything. See if you can drop a millimeter lower. Oh, yes, I know you are feeling it, but that's okay. Next exhale, drop a millimeter lower. Oh, feel that shake. Next exhale, one more millimeter. Beautiful. Inhale, straighten the legs, send the arms up to the sky. Star pose. Exhale, fold forward into your wide leg forward fold. Take that moment. Feel that stretch and that release. And then when you're ready, bend the knees. Let yourself start to sink down into your goddess pose. Hands are going to come to the thighs or right above the knees this time. And then on your inhale, let your right shoulder drop down inside your knees. Exhale, right shoulder comes back up. Inhale, left shoulder comes towards the right knee. Next breath, back up. Inhale, right shoulder towards left knee. Exhale, up. Inhale, left shoulder towards right knee. Exhale, up. 2 more times each side, your own pace. Right shoulder, left knee. Inhale, left shoulder, right knee. Beautiful. 1 more time. Right shoulder, left knee. Left shoulder, right knee. Beautiful. Next breath. Come all the way up to your star pose. Exhale down to your wide leg forward fold. Okay, we're going to do both things 1 more time. So go ahead and wrap your head around that. We're going to inhale up, bend at our knees, form our capital T arms, bend the elbows. We're in our goddess pose. Exhale, sink. Exhale, sink. Exhale, sink. Oh, yes. Inhale. Find your star pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to goddess legs. Hands on the thighs. Right shoulder, left knee. Inhale up. Exhale, left shoulder, right knee. Inhale up. 2 more times each side. Right shoulder, left knee. Left shoulder, right knee. Last time, right shoulder, left knee. Left shoulder, right knee. Inhale up to your star pose. Exhale down to your forward fold. Beautiful. Take a nice breath here. And then walk your hands over to your left foot. Turn your left foot towards the short edge of your mat. Turn your right foot towards the short edge of your mat. Straighten your left knee if you haven't already. And then allow your upper body to fold over your left foot. Now, you might need to pull your right foot up some. That's completely fine. But getting into our pyramid pose, stretching out those legs, letting it feel good in your body. Then bring both hands inside the left foot. Pivot both feet towards the long edge of your mat. Keep walking your hands towards your right foot. Pivot your right foot towards the back short edge of your mat. Left foot comes with it. Straighten your right knee. Fold over that extended right leg. Feel free to bring your left foot up if that's what your body says yes to. Finding that pyramid pose on this side. Bring both hands on the inside of the right foot. Walk them around the long edge of your mat. Send both feet pointing towards the long edge of your mat. Let yourself settle into this wide leg forward fold, intentionally bringing the top of your head as close to the mat as possible. Maybe the hands walk back behind the feet. Maybe that feels good in your body. Maybe you prefer to let the hands come to ankles. Maybe you just want to keep the hands in front of you, bending elbows, pulling yourself down closer. It's completely up to you. What does your body say yes to? Listen, listen, listen. Pay attention to your body. Inhale up to just a halfway lift, allowing the flat back. Exhale, release back down to your wide-legged forward fold. Inhale up to that halfway lift. Exhale down to your forward fold. Inhale up to that half lift. One last time. Exhale down to your forward fold. Just noticing as you exhale that you might feel sensation in different places. It might become more intense one place and less intense in other places. And then inhale up, halfway lift. Bring your feet back up underneath your hips. Exhale, release down to just a normal forward fold. Feeling all of that beautiful movement. Maybe heel toe feet a little bit closer together. Bend knees, sink hips. Send hands up to the sky, coming into your chair pose. Turn to the side here. Exhale, hands to airplane arms. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Next breath. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, bend your knees. Just come down to your knees. Allowing the knees to separate the width of the mat. Big toes come together. Sink your hips down towards your heels. Send your hands towards the front of your mat. Forehead comes down to your mat. Just let yourself come back to your breath if you've lost it. Coming back to all that self-love, to that list of all the things that make you wonderful and amazing. How can we expect other people to appreciate us for all the things that make us amazing if we don't take time to appreciate ourselves? Take that time. Let this be your self Valentine time where you tell yourself all those things that are true that usually you don't take that time. Next breath, roll yourself up to your tabletop and bring your knees back underneath your hips. Allow your left knee to come behind your left wrist. Your left foot comes behind your right wrist. You might have to help it like I just did mine. Stretch your right leg back behind you. If you have a bolster or a pillow nearby, you can grab it and make this even more comfortable for you if you'd like. I'll grab mine since it happens to be right there. I tend to line it up so that it's parallel with my bottom half of my leg. And then just let yourself fold in to wherever your pigeon wants to land. So if it's on your bolster, if it's on your hands, if you have your arms nice and straight, that's completely fine too. But just let yourself fold in to whatever feels good for you right now in your pigeon pose. Continuing to be intentional about all that appreciation for you and who you are. And just letting yourself just really appreciate that human being, that soul that you are. Letting your body relax. Letting yourself feel all that gratitude. Next breath, wherever you are, let your hands find your mat, pushing your upper body up. We're going to just roll down onto that left hip. If you use the bolster, you might move it to the opposite side of your mat. Let yourself find that straddle. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold in to the middle of your straddle. Maybe starting to bend your elbows. Bringing your upper body even closer to the mat. Inhale, straighten your elbows, walking your hands back towards your body. We're going to take our right knee. We're going to bend our right knee. We're going to rotate over our left hip, coming to land in our pigeon pose on this side. Now, if your body says no to this, you can come to your tabletop and do just like we did on the other side. If you use the bolster and you want to use a bolster on this side, just position it close to your right knee, and then fold down in to wherever your pigeon wants to land on this side. And again, continue your list. Writing out those things that you love about yourself in your mind. And some of them might seem trivial. I mean, I love my hair. But let yourself explore those other things about yourself that you really love and appreciate. And maybe it starts in those superficial things like your hair, but you get down into those things that you really love about yourself. And just be intentional about that list. When you're ready, allow your hands to come back to your mat, pushing your upper body upright, allowing bolster or anything that you have to just move out of the way. And then roll onto your right hip. This time we're going to swing our left leg around, straighten our right knee. We're going to come to both feet nice and long on one side of your mat. Bend your knees. We're going to go into our boat poses. We can't not do abs, right? It's a requirement, I think. Lean back until you hear your abs say, hey girl, hey. And then when you get there, you have that choice. You can lift your leg, lower leg parallel to the floor. You can send the leg to the sky. You get to decide. I tend to do parallel. Release your hands from the back of your thighs if you can. If you feel better holding on, okay. But just make sure you're pushing your heart and your chest through. So don't cave, push through. Once you find your boat pose, hang out here for 5 breaths. So nice long inhale and exhale. Inhale, bring your knees closer to your chest. And exhale. Inhale, knees in closer. And exhale. What is that, 2? Inhale, knees closer. And exhale. Inhale, knees closer. And exhale. That was 3, right? Inhale, knees closer. And exhale. One more. Inhale, knees closer. And exhale. Lower yourself down to your canoe, straightening your legs, rolling back, but not letting your shoulder blades hit. Coming into your canoe. Inhale, back to your boat. Oh, yes, girl. Exhale, canoe. Inhale, back to your boat. Exhale, canoe. Inhale, back to one more boat. Exhale, canoe. Let yourself come all the way down to your mat. Bring knees in towards your hips. Hands stretching down towards your mat, towards your heels. On your inhale, lift the pelvis and the hips up off of the ground, rolling onto your shoulder blades. Exhale and stay lifted. Inhale, lift a millimeter more. Exhale and stay. Inhale, one more lift. Maybe it's your tippy toes. Exhale, slowly roll yourself back down. Landing on your mat. Allow your knees to windshield wiper, side to side. And then when you're ready, inhale and lift the pelvis, but this time send the right leg into the sky. Exhale and stay lifted. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale and stay. Inhale, lift one more time. Exhale, slowly release down to the mat. Let your knees find those windshield wipers, side to side. Next breath, knees point towards the ceiling. Lift the pelvis off of the floor. Send the left leg into the sky. Exhale and stay lifted. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale and stay. Inhale, one more lift. Exhale, slowly release down to your mat. Let your feet walk out to the edges of your mat. Knees come in together. And then at the same time, both knees go to the left. Both knees go to the right. So windshield wiper from here. Just noticing with the feet outside of the hips, how you will find stretch and sensation in different areas of your body. And just notice how that feels. Next breath, let knees come back to the sky. Heel toe feet back in, up underneath you. And then allow both knees to fall over towards one side of your mat, trying to keep your shoulders as close to the mat as possible. If your legs don't come all the way together, like mine don't, you might put a blanket or a block underneath. Allow your arms to either cactus or form a giant capital T. And then just let yourself breathe. Gaze can be towards the ceiling or maybe towards the opposite direction of the knees, depending on how that feels in your neck. Next breath, roll the knees up towards the ceiling and then let them fall on the opposite side of your mat. Use the block if you'd like, or not if you don't need it or don't want it. Next breath, bring knees back towards the ceiling. Remove anything that you might have between your knees. And then just let the knees go opposite directions, soles of feet come together, coming into a reclined butterfly. Starting to let yourself slow if you haven't already. Letting your breath slow, letting your mind slow, letting your body start to slow down. And then whenever you're ready, allowing your legs to stretch long on your mat, maybe putting a bolster under your knees or your feet or whatever might allow you to find just that little bit more ease. Allowing your eyes to close if they haven't already. And just letting yourself sink down into your floor, grounding yourself, connecting with the earth. Just letting time float away as if nothing else even matters beside you and your mat. In a world where we place so much emphasis on being busy, going, doing, accomplishing, allow yourself this gift of being present and grateful as often as you possibly can. Because gratitude is the one way that you can allow yourself to feel more fulfilled and more happy with what you have, with where you are in life, with who you are in life, and allowing yourself to have that happiness, to create that happiness, is one of the best gifts that anyone can have. Allow yourself to stay right here in your savasana as long as your body says yes to. There is no rush. There is no need to move if your body is not yet ready to move. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May each of our lives overflow with love, gratitude, and peace. And may we all take time to share kindness with everyone we meet, understanding that we all are just trying to make peace with our pieces. I hope to see you next week. Namaste.